Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I have a little bit of a confession. It's been about 4 days since my last video, and basically the whole time Ellie was here it rained, and so we decided to just enjoy each other's company. Went on a couple little hikes. We didn't do much work here on the boat, and then afterwards, after she left, I needed to secure some more funds, so I did a couple jobs here on the island. But today we are back to the boat, we are back to work, and I'm very excited to crack on with you guys, and I'm really sorry I didn't get to see more of Melly, but we had a great weekend, so what can I tell you? But that's enough of me apologizing, let's get to work.
Every time the slide goes by, I'm hoping just to see your face. With broken bottles at our feet, and my arm around your waist. Back when the neighborhood smelled like trash, we always thought it'd be that way. Nobody's love was meant to last. Remember what you used to say. Don't let the pain drip. Let's not mess this up together. Don't let the pain drip. Don't let the paint mix. Let's not mess this up together. Don't let the pain.
Alright, so because we're sitting on low tide right now, I'm gonna go back there and do a little bit more work on the transoms. I've been doing a lot of research on the transoms and what I should do. I'm deciding kind of to like stick to what it was when it was first launched, and maybe go for something a little bit less obtrusive than my step idea. I just couldn't find a way of making the steps work without having to change the buoyancy at the rear. Undoubtedly, if I had done that, it would have made it sail a lot better. Not having a flat transom really does help it sail, even though the flat transom, the water line's only maybe 10 inches wide. It still would have helped it sail a little bit smoother, but I just can't be bothered to deal with all of the repercussions that come with, you know, putting an internal rudder in, or moving the rudder placement, or adding all of that extra. I'm not hauled out. If I was hauled out, maybe I'd tackle it, but as it stands right now, I'm just gonna go with more of the design that it was launched under, and we'll keep it we'll keep it old school anyway.
Don't let the pain mix. Let's not mess this up together. Don't let the pain drip.
I think I'm gonna run a router bit up the side of it and really kind of taper it out a little bit, smooth it out, so that when I go and glass, I can make it nice and smooth. But I'm not gonna glass it yet because I want to glass the whole hull, just with one layer of 6-ounce, just to get a little bit more protection. So when we're out there and we make contact with a log, it doesn't punch a hole in my hull. That's the idea anyway. Alright, well, I feel pretty good laying that in. So that'll be shelving and shelving. Gotta get an oven solution eventually, but it's looking pretty good. We're gonna be doing some epoxy fillets soon, so we'll have a lot more structure there, but for now I'm happy just laying it in. I also want to nip the end of the counter off on either end and give myself room for the hatch dropping in on the other side, but I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll get into that eventually. For now, I'm gonna go take a little drive over to my millwright and see about some 2x6s. Alright, so we got our 4 2x6s. They're coming from basically a lot of his other orders, so there's a mismatch setting, but they're all heartwood, they're all clean, and most importantly, they're all absolutely free. Yeah. My millwright has been donating all of this wood to me and this project, and I gotta say, my heart, the generosity of some people, I don't understand it sometimes. It's over the top, and it's, well, I'm very grateful. Thank you so much.
Don't let me fall down the stairs. Hold on like you kinda care about me, and we're in love a bit. We're in love a little bit. Tomorrow we can forget.
Alright, we made it back out to the boat. Kind of cleaned up this section a little bit. Weeded out a bunch of the garbage plywood. I was keeping little fiddly bits because I wasn't sure, but now that we're pretty much done the bulkheads up here, put it in the burn pile. And we're not quite at high tide, and I want to wait for high tide before I start dragging the rudder and maybe one of those beams out here. And so tomorrow we can get and try and sleeve a beam in. But yeah, it's nice to have this big window right here. Really nice.